Welcome to brewing unscientifically. Today we are unscientifically going to brew what do you call it? Bourbon barrel porter. Make sure your pot is a little clean, somewhat clean. Fill her up. That's not right. Something is broken. Alright, I think we fixed it. Woo! Hot potato. Got about 8 gallons of yellowish spring water in there. This is our lovely converted mash tun. Tidy it up a little. Make sure it's clean. Get the bugs out. Get the yellowy country water out. Thank goodness we boiling things. There's always some grains stuck on your bazooka tube from last time. Set this water up. Mash tuns are a bitch to clean. Alright. Now, let's go get our grains. Doot-de-doo. We're just doing a kit today, nothing original. Just a fun little Saturday. Now, awkwardly, one-handedly, put your grains in your mash tun. I'm so sorry, Shaky Cam. Yeah. We're gonna get this up to, well, let's say about it's supposed to be at 152, so maybe 166 or so for this many grains. I'm gonna type that into the online calculator and see what that says. Breakfast time. Bagels are so weird. You cook them in a donut form, knowing that you have to cut it in half to put the condiments on it. I guess that's how they make hamburger buns too, though. It's just a weird thing to think to eat. I'm gonna make a circle thing. I'm gonna cut it in half so that I can toast it properly and spread a condiment on it. It's like a lot of forethought. Kind of makes me think of the first person to eat like a lobster. Must have been crazy desperate. I know it was like a peasant food for a long time, and now it's a delicacy to eat something freaking weird. About 175 here. And a couple of thermometers for redundancy. Let's see where that puts us. Fill it up. Little darling. Alright, so we're a little bit low. So what I've been doing is going from the garden hose to the mash tun back and forth. Trying to get to 152. So let's see. I can't do that without going way over. 153, it's pretty good.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
Close her up. Ta-da! So we're supposed to be at 1065. This is 130 degree wort, so we're probably at 1069. So I'm just gonna lauter in one long lauter. It's been about an hour. We're still looking at about 1069 in there. So I'll just pour out a couple of gallons and then use this colander to put it back into the mash. So then we take our colander and pour the beer through the colander while holding the phone. It's the most hardest part. Oh, splash it. Yeah, splash it everywhere. That's what makes it good. And we basically just do this for a while. So now our beer is running clear. So I'm gonna dump it all out. And I'm gonna do a little mash out technique. I'm not sure if it's scientifically okay the way that I do it. Maybe you can tell me. So this is the part I'm not sure about. So I'm not going to do the boil right now. I'm going to heat it up, and then I'm going to add it back into the mash tun for the mash out. Try and hit around 178. Cut. So I guess this is the time to do this as well. Rah! Who needs you?
Oh my god, what?
Rah!
You know that has all the instructions on how much,
Oh no, it has all the instructions on it!
whatever.
I'm just kidding.
Thing called the internet.
You can find them on the internet. So I can never resist getting a little bit experimental. So now that we're at almost 190, I'm gonna do another little mash slash sparge thing and just try to get everything out of this grain that I can. I've done this a few times and I've never had the husk astringency problem that I've heard people talk about. It's kind of soapy. So I'm just gonna put pretty much all of that back in there. Try to get it up to 178 or wherever, what's it called, attenuation stops. Get all the beta amylase over with. Turn off the gas. Alright, so after about 20 minutes at around 180, I'm going to lauter again with the colander like I did before, and then add everything to the boil pot, and I'm going to boil it down to about 6.5 gallons. It should be about there, so we'll see. So here we go, one more time around the lauter.
This is the Vorloff.
The Vorloff. Good call, brewmaster. Louder? What's that?
I said stronger.
Work it, make it, do it, access.
Okay, we're filming.
Action.
Action. Action, Siki.
So this is my mashed out at 180 degrees wort. I'm gonna add it back in here and fire up the boil. Cut. Oh, it looks so much cooler in real life. Alright, you can turn it off. Alright, so we started with, I believe, a solid 8 gallons. So we lost 1 to our mash and then our mash out experiment, the 180 degree mash out experiment. So I've got about 2 gallons to boil off. So I think I'll wait until it gets to about 6 gallons to add my first hops. Oh, it's 170 degrees. We had a reading of 1020 on the hydrometer. So adjusted for temperature, that's 1048. So I'm hoping that when we lose these 2 gallons, we'll be up to about 1065 where it's supposed to be. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. The yin yang. So down to almost 6 gallons here. We're going to add our first hop addition, this Chinook hop. It's always fun to watch your hop addition boil up. And now we'll start the timer. I'm going to add the rest of the hops in the last 5 minutes or so. That's typically what I do. Oh, she protecting. She protecting. So we have our fermenter that was full of sanitizer. So our sanitizer is draining, making sure the top of the fermenter is sanitized. And we have attached our wort chiller to our hose. So our wort chiller is ready to go. We're pretty much just waiting for it to get down to 5 gallons. Right now we're at 5.5. So we are pretty close. So I've turned the propane off. The directions say do not add these until the last 5 minutes of the boil. I'm gonna try to open them and film it zoom in. Here. That's how you do it. Alright. So I'm just gonna leave it in there while it's chilling. I'm a great believer in late additions, so the later the better. And then we're gonna go turn on the water and see if we can't prevent the hoses from leaping off of our wort chiller. Oh, they go jumping around. There you go. And now we're gonna cool it down to 60 degrees and put it in the fermenter. So I filled this fermenter with sanitizer, and now I'm draining it out. So this is our highly advanced method of star sanding our scissors, cutting our yeast packet open. Yeah, that's pretty much how we do it. So typically we like to wait until it's about 60 degrees to pitch our yeast. So we're a little above 80 degrees. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this wort in this bucket. So if you had any question about how epic this brew day was, the weather should tell you that it was extremely epic. So here we have our, we're down to about 75 now. Gonna put it in there. Got our yeast ready to go. I did not rehydrate it out of forgetfulness, although usually we would. So I'm gonna fill up this bucket, aerate it very well, and pitch this yeast on top of it. Alright, so here we are. This is wort being aerated. This is the yeast. These are some scissors. We need to open this yeast.